Hello viewers, I hope you all are doing well. So today I'm going to talk to you about the topic, and that is the top 20 creepiest places you should never visit. The earth is full of mysterious things as well as places. Some places belong in the earth where human beings never have drawn their footprints, though they have signed their foot on the moon. Then comes a question in our mind, why? Because mysterious things is always fearful by common people. Though some adventurers and hikers try to draw their sign of the places, it is so risky, abandoned and creepy. The article is about some creepy places where you should never visit. Here are top 20 creepiest places you should never visit. Hope you'll be sincere about it and enjoy this. Number 1. Bran Castle, Romania. Bran Castle is found in the Transylvania Alps in Romania. It is also known as the Dracula's Castle. The castle has been not only the subject of thousands of myths but also the plots of novels and movies. The castle was connected to Vlad the Impaler, who was known as Vlad III Dracula. The castle is most creepy because many people were punished by the ruler in it by burning alive, hanging and cut off the neck. Number 2. Edinburgh Walls, Scotland. Edinburgh Walls are also known as South Bridge Walls, a series of chambers built in 19th arches in Edinburgh, Scotland. In 1788, the construction of walls would be completed. Though in the early period of the walls were used as house taverns, workshops for various working people like cobblers, tradesmen and so on, it is now used for criminal activity. The walls were now destroyed for many unpleasant activities. However, the native people claimed that here numerous strange incidents occurred during the years. Number 3. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The Gettysburg is a small town in Pennsylvania in the United States of America. The name is taken from the Battle of Gettysburg and President Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. The town is one of the deadliest battles of the Civil War. Though it is a distant reminder of the massacre of armed conflict, it stands for the symbol of cruelty. It is hard to visit and not think about the thousands of lives that were killed within only 72 hours. Number 4. Hellfire Caves, England. The Hellfire Caves are best known as the West Wycombe Caves, which are a network of man-made chalk and flint caverns that extend a quarter of a mile about 500 meters below the underground. In Buckinghamshire, in southeast England, the caves were hauled between 1748 and 1752 for the notorious Francis Dashwood, co-founder of the notorious Hellfire Club, whose ritualistically pagan-inspired engagement was kept in the caves. Number 5. LaLaurie Mansion, New Orleans. The LaLaurie Mansion is the residence of Delphine at 1140 Royal Street in New Orleans. The mansion became popular in the early 19th century as a haunted house in the city of Orleans, when Madame LaLaurie brutally killed her slave in her kitchen by burning. After the cruel murder, the mansion turned into a place of creeping for not only the local people but also people all over the world who know about it. Number 6. Machu Picchu, Peru. The Machu Picchu is mainly an Inca citadel which was founded in the 15th century. It is situated in the eastern cordillera of southern Peru on the mountain ridge. It was built by Pachacuti Inca Empire from 1438 to 1472. However, it was not so creepy like the other places, but the isolated places is a little bit fearful for the hikers who hike alone. Number 7. Prypiat, Ukraine. Prypiat is a nuclear city in the past Soviet Union nearby Chernobyl nuclear power plant, which was founded on 4th February in 1970. It is named after the river Prypiat. Today, the city is so much creepiest that nobody wants to enter here even in 30 kilometers areas because of the nuclear radius, which can be the reason for the death of human beings. Number 8. Zhi Resort, Taiwan. The Zhi Resort is best known as the Zhi UFO houses, which is a set of creepy, pod-shaped building that is never completed by authority. The pod-shaped building located in Shanxi District, New Taipei in Taiwan. The Zhi Resort was stopped by the government because of unexplained deaths that happened in that area. It was so veiled in the mystery that today the natives are scared to go near it. Number 9. Unit 731 Experimentation Camp, Japan. Unit 731 was a lethal human experimentation camp covered with biological and chemical warfare during the World War II and Second Sino-Japanese War in 1937 to 1945. At the idea of the World War II, all but 251,000 Chinese and 3,000 Japanese prisoners furiously died from the experimentation that was led by the Japanese scientists. It was a place where prisoners were burnt alive, cut off the head, and killed by the shot. Number 10. Waverly Hills Sanatorium, Kentucky. A closed clinic in Jefferson County in Kentucky. It has been highly popularized as the most haunted hospital in the United States. In 1910, it was founded as a two-story hospital for TB patients. The clinic was closed down before becoming Oddhaven Geriatrics Hospital in 1962. It was finally closed for good in 1981 because of claiming of patient abuse. Then it has been the topic of creepy stories. Number 11. Bhangarh, India. Bhangarh is famous for many houses with no roofs near Jaipur in Rajasthan in India. According to an ancient tale, whenever a house with a roof is built, it immediately fell down. The reason of this was a black magician named Guru Balunath who cursed the city, which also apparently led to its later desertion. Nowadays, entry into the town is legal between sunset and sunrise, as there are ostensibly incidents of people visiting at night but not to go out with life for unknown reasons. Number 12. Paris Catacombs, France. The Paris Catacombs is an underground tomb like the Roman catacombs. While the city of Paris gave up, the engineers decided to make a path for the living by digging up a number of multi-graves and staking their remains underground the city that is now known as the Empire of the Dead. Number 13. Catacombs of Rome, Italy. Catacombs of Rome is an ancient Christian and Jewish underground burial place which were built below the streets of Rome, but it was destroyed. During the centuries Ostrogoths, in the early 1950s it was rediscovered and became an insignificant monument of the early Christian churches. Number 14. Cold Harbor Battlefield. Cold Harbor Battlefield is known as the Haunting Battlefield. It was the location where occurred the bloodiest battles of the American Civil War. Almost 60,000 men died and wounded in the battle, but today it still stands as a symbol of a memorial in their memory. Sometimes tourists of the battlefield report that they hear some strange sounds which make creepy and spooky, which was really scared sounds. Number 15. The Colosseum, Rome. Thousands of innocent people, prisoners of war and religious victims were murdered here in cruelty shows of violence which had led to a number of myths and spooky stories being attributed to the arena during the Roman power. Number 16. Dudley Town, Connecticut. The Dudley Town is well known as Oldsbury, the infamous village of the damned. It was a residential village which was one of the most haunted places in New England. In the middle of 17th, people settled here as a farming community. In 1774, the smallpox plague spread among the inhabitants of it, and they tried to go out for survival themselves from the costly plague. Number 17. Stern State Penitentiary, Pennsylvania. Stern State Penitentiary was known as Philadelphia Prison, which was operational from 1829 to 1971. The prison became notorious for punishment for those who broke the rules and regulations, as they were dunked in a bath of ice-cold water and then hung on the wall for a night. Ghostly activities were recorded in early as the 1940s. The prison was stopped in 1971 and now this Chinese state penitentiary is most popular as Terror Behind the Walls. Number 18. Edinburgh Castle, Scotland. Do you know why the Edinburgh Castle regarded as the creepy and scared places in the world? Having some reason, Edinburgh Castle is considered one of the creepiest spots in all of Europe. Here hundreds of people died during the plagues of the 16th. Though today it is now used by paranormal researchers, it was used as a prison during the American Revolutionary War. Number 19. Fort Mills, Philippines. The Fort Mills is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the country now. It played an important role during the invasion and freedom of the Philippines from the Japanese. During World War II, Japanese soldiers attacked it and destroyed it with bombing. Though today, the place is an attractive place for the visitors, they bow down their head to respect the dead soldiers and see the symbol of cruelty which was occupied by Japanese soldiers. And number 20. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. The Aokigahara Forest lies at the base of Mount Fuji in Japan. The forest is one of the most popular suicidal locations in the world, almost the same popular as San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge. Through the forest, there are many signs and quotations hang on around the forest like life is valuable and think of your family to back them in real life. Thank you so much for watching everyone. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.